Con las manos que matan en la noche acarician a sus hijos.
Colombia is in the midst of an uprising. In Cali, the epicenter of the unrest, there are daily confrontations between young protesters and police.
This is Siloé. It's a poor neighborhood in Cali where a lot of the sort of hottest action has been over the protests and also where a lot of the deaths and disappearances have happened. So naturally, this is one of the places where people are most pissed off.
Okay, so I believe the protests that we are witnessing right now in Colombia are just a demonstration of how tired people are, and they are just done. They want change. They need change. We need change in this country, because for so many years, probably for the entirety of some people's lives, it's been the same. It's been the same with corruption. It's been the same with war, with the same people in power. And in all of this might have started with the tax reform, but it's so much more than that. They just want a country where they can live in, when they can work and raise their families and have fair opportunities, and a government that actually cares for them, that doesn't exploit them, that doesn't murder them. And I believe change is coming. Change has to come, because the people are just tired and they will not take no for an answer. They won't accept that change doesn't happen, that everything stays the same. So my hopes are up with this protest, and let's hope the violence doesn't escalate and we stop losing people, that the protesters are not in danger. And that is pretty much a summary of my opinion. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sofia, and I am someone who is of Colombian provenance that is truly concerned about Colombia. On April 28th, 2021, protests begun in Colombia. When these protests broke out, I was told that they were due to multiple problems. These problems included reforms that were supposed to better Colombia's situation, but did the opposite and hurt Colombia's hard-working and lower and middle classes. The general problems, though, were poverty and Colombia's unjust system. However, I already knew this. I already knew that Colombia's government hadn't been helping Colombian citizens for a very long time. My family had even experienced the struggles of Colombia's system directly. From what I had gathered, all of the problems had been going on for a very long time, but had never been solved. I know that Colombia is a representative democracy, meaning that the government elects are chosen to represent the people and make good choices for the people. But the government is hurting the people. These government elects were not chosen to hurt the people, but I think that is what they're doing. More importantly, though, when will it end? When will the situation get better? Finally, Colombians have started to protest and are making themselves heard. I'm happy that the people are finally speaking up. I think it's about time the situation in Colombia changes. But now, there is a new problem: the reaction of the government and police. As an American, I have seen firsthand how police have reacted aggressively to protests all over the world, only to discover that their actions, which were caught on video and widely spread on social and traditional media, were the catalyst that helped transform issue-based campaigns into mass movements. I am happy that the people are being informed of social injustices of the world through the media.
Well, the answer to this question is that I'm in favor of the marches because they are a way in which the people can show their disagreement with the government. In addition, the march that occurred in the country have prevented the people from suffering even more from an economic crisis that comes from the coronavirus or since the coronavirus. Finally, I think that this situation has shown the people that they have power beyond voting. So this is my answer.
Mi nombre es Mariana Pérez, estoy a favor del paro nacional, en contra total de la violencia. Estoy a favor del paro porque lo que está pasando en este momento es que se están vulnerando muchos derechos humanos. Y no solamente estoy apoyando el paro con lo que está pasando en este momento, que son las reformas, sino que también con lo que viene pasando hace mucho tiempo, que son la desaparición y los asesinatos de líderes sociales, la explotación de recursos y el fracking.
Son muchos los problemas que el país sufre. La muerte de líderes sociales, la corrupción, lo último, la reforma tributaria, son cantidad de problemas que llevan al pueblo a decir ya no más. Salen a protestar, salimos a decir que no nos gusta lo que está pasando, no nos gusta la gente que maneja el Congreso, que no nos gusta esa diferencia salarial entre uno y otros, que necesitamos más aporte a la parte social, al pueblo.
Education life, teachers must teach their students the importance to be critical all the time, because every day they will be exposed to different situations in their lives and in the classroom. Being critical is the ability to take a position on different situations or issues present in society, education, everyday life, or in the classroom. When students are critical, they are able to analyze and argue their positions in a situation or issue, regardless whether it is different from of others. In addition, they can develop their critical thinking and think of various strategies to analyze the information. It is necessary that they seek for truthful information about the things or issues that they need to know. In the current situations, students must be as critical as possible because they need to know the truth or the other side or the things that the newspaper, emails, or social media expose about the situations that are happening.
Hello to all of you, I hope you are very well. I'm Isabella Spinel. I'm great, but at the same time I'm sad because Colombia, my country, my beautiful country, are passing a bad moment. But I want you know the real situation that is passing. The president decided to put a tax reform and the people are disagree with that. That reform it wasn't the correct best, but Colombia needs a reform because we have a debt, a big debt. Is 170 billions. This is because with the situation about COVID-19, Colombia take money to other countries, and we need to pay, because if we don't pay that money, we will have many problems in the future for our society. This is not the best reform, but we need another reform. Okay, I want to know about multimodality. Multimodality is an aspect that we need to have in our life, obviously, because of the time we are with signs, interactive with signs, gestures, images, colors, many things that is essential for our lives. But this, for example, it is not only a yellow, blue, or red. No, this is love. This is patriotism. This is all for me because this is my country. I'm born here. My family is here. My things is here. I'm thinking, or many people thinking that it's better to go to another country because Colombia doesn't have opportunities, and it's really sad. But when you listen this, this is love. This is all of for me. And Colombia is the best country. Colombia don't have opportunities, but in Colombia you are happy. This is the really most.
Hi guys, how are you? I hope all of you are okay and fine at your house, or I don't know where you are. So today I want to talk about the situation that is happening in Colombia and compare it to our career. As we know, we are teacher in process, and if we are teacher, we have to think about planning class. So taking in account or having in mind the situation that is happening in Colombia, we as a teacher have to include it in our planning class. Why? Because we cannot be those teachers that teach their student with something completely different to their reality. For example, if I am a teacher in a town, I cannot teach them with something about the city or in the city, because they are not going to understand what I'm saying. So it's the same thing that if I am in Colombia, I have to teach or show them and letting them know what is happening. I cannot forget those topics. I have to be in the reality and teach them by the reality. They need to know what is happening, and depending on that, you give them the best way to act. For example, we know the situation and we know that is happening. So we need to tell them, hey, you have to respect everybody. If you don't want something, don't do it to others, because obviously the other person don't want that, or don't want it to happen. So for example, this can be an example that is completely bad, but it's the reality. If I don't want to die, I can kill other one, because it's obviously that the other one don't want to die. So these are some basic and important things that we as a teacher have to take in account or have in mind, and also include it to our planning class. As already said, hey, don't forget to include those important topics in your class, because if you teach with the reality to your student, they are going to understand what you are saying. And for me, all the things are going to be easy, and easy for you and for them. So this is what I think about it. And now I am a teacher in process, but one day I'm going to be a professional teacher, and this situation can happen or similar or worse. So thinking about that, I already say it, and I recommend you to do the same things.
don't forget those basic things that are gonna help you in your classes, in your professional life or personal life. So that's my advice for you guys.
Hello everyone, my name is Paula Risa and I want to talk about social construction in the classroom. As the rest of my partners, I'm not going to show my face in this part of the video because I want you to enjoy checking and watching people that is constructing social movements during the protest, people that like you or like me were in a classroom and right now they are in front of the police and they are in the streets raising their voices and taking care of the rest of the nation, showing that we want a change, showing that we are tired, showing that we cannot allow the rest of the governmental possessors to take place of what we have been constructing as a nation. We, as teachers, should raise our voices since the classroom, from the classroom, to show our future students, our future generations, that non-violence, respectful, and of course, the knowing of a history is going to make the change in the future that we really want to construct right now. This is a space where I want to just make a recognition for those teenagers, adults, and even young adults that are outside in the protests, showing that we are a nation, showing that we are so close right now, that we really want to construct a peaceful country. We are tired of violence. We don't want being killed by someone that is thinking in a different way. The different way is dialogue. Talk with the other person, but also showing that you have that sense of humanity that in the protest we are trying to construct. This part of the video is to make a recognition for those teenagers, adults, young adults, and even older people that are outside right now telling the world that we want to change, that we are so close right now that we don't even want to have any other show of violence. I also want to invite the rest of the future teachers, younger teachers, and the future generation of teachers to create peaceful minds from the classroom, social closeness from the classroom, respectful from the classroom. We cannot continue killing what we have been constructing. We are a rich country that deserves a recognition, not because of the murders, not because of the corruption, not because of the violence, not because of the narco traffic. We want to be recognized for what we are: diversity, music, talent, and a lot of stuff more. That if we are right now constructing in the streets, for sure we can just use it for future generations.
Esta huelga es mundial, el paro es general. La verdad es que mi gente se alegra. Esto con la frente y mano en alto, elevando rezos locos, con la vibra bien para arriba. Por venir pintan los niños, hay pueblo por todas partes. Las mujeres van al frente, como dijo Diego Torres, caras, color, esperanza. Gritemos quién somos y lo que queremos. Sabemos quién somos.